boba. Oh. I knocked you guys over. Sorry. Come here. Boba. No. Fuck. Who's in the closet? Momo, are you in here? Oh, you are in here. Hi, baby. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. I don't know how long the active chat is gonna last because YouTube is being stupid again. I did email them about it, so hopefully the problem is fixed soon. And now both the cats are up. Hi, Wilmerson. Girl. Sweet kitty. Can you move, please? I would say go over there, but you don't like boba. Story time part 2. Yeah. Part 1 only lasted like 7 minutes. Someone's a cuddly baby. Hi. Anyway, how is everyone so far? How's everyone's day or night going? Hi. This is the first time she's ever been on camera. Hopefully she doesn't get an attitude. Right now she's being a princess. Yes, she is. Hi. Yeah, this is Momo. She's a cow cat, so she's kind of moody. But right now she's cuddly. Yeah. Oh, damn. And then Boba's like right next to me. Hi. Can I have my hand back? I kind of need my hand. You can stay there. I just need my hand. How's everyone so far? Fuck. Sorry, I'm still sick. I want to check and see something. Okay, we're good so far. We feel better. I've actually been feeling a lot better. Everyone else in the house is sick though now. It's going around. Hi. Sweet baby. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to pop in. Oh. She's not normally this cuddly. At least with me. She's definitely a daddy's girl. And the one over there just doesn't care. How's everyone been? I've missed you guys. If the story must go on, yes, the story must go on. I think we've hit like the halfway point in the book. We're halfway through the book already. Hi. I love that she's cuddly. Oh, it's awesome. Hi, welcome in. Oh, did you? Oh, tired, baby. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Please don't eat my hair. She has like an obsession with hair. I have a picture that I sent to my brother. She was like laying on my head, just chewing on my hair. Sweet baby. Yeah. Uh, oh, oh. Pacific Northwest. That's all I'm gonna see. Sorry if you can hear stuff in the background. My sister's watching something out there in the living room. Hi, baby. She's never this way towards me, so I'm like happy. So happy right now. Yeah. So happy. I like never get cuddles from this cat. I can pet her, yeah, but I never get cuddles. And now she's got an attitude. You put yourself in this situation, ma'am. Are you upset because I said I never get cuddles from you? These cats are very, very talkative. Can't see that. No, I am not. Hey, you put yourself in this situation. Can I put you on the floor? Or are you gonna be mad at me about it? See, I love this cat. I love all animals. But I am afraid of cats' claws. Because within like a minute it starts to swell up and itch like hell. I am severely allergic to cats. Can I move you? Watch the attitude. Don't you huff at me. I might. Okay. She moved on her own. Great cat. Sometimes when she wants to be. Oh, thank you. She's not my cat. She's my brother's cat. Might as well be my cat at this point. She's in here all the time. Anyway, I think we can get started. Hang on, I need something. I'm gonna cough again. Ow. Still very sick. Several days later, Tikki stood in Mr. Potts's bookstore, browsing for a new book to borrow. Gone to Ballamore? I don't know how you say this, so I'm just gonna say Ballamore. She repeated in disbelief. Scotland? Ooh. I regret holding you, Moo Moo, but I love you. My eye's acting up now. Get better soon. Oh my god. Yeah, there's like a sickness going around. Like everybody's catching it. I hate what I have because it moved from like my throat to my chest. So now when I swallow, my chest screams at me. It's annoying. That's where the royals go in the winter, Missy, when they want to hunt for great stags. Fuck. Mr. Potts coughed. Mr. Potts coughed. That's gross. A phlegmy gurgle as he reached up to scratch the top of his balding head. His thin, hunched shoulders were covered by an old olive sweater, the sleeves flopping over his arthritic hands as he rearranged and readied his stacks of newspapers near his counter. Did you bring the book back what you borrowed the other day? It's hard to say sentences because he talks weirdly, like with an accent. So it's written in like that accent. Tikki's eyes darted to Mr. Potts' face. She swung a leg over and perched on a stool behind the counter, trying to hide her guilty expression. I'll go get it in a bit. She fingered the edge of the book in her hand. Besides, I just finished it. How long will they be in Ballamore, do you suppose? Potts shrugged, settling down. His old wooden stool next to her. Behind him stretched several aisles of shelves filled with books top to bottom. A couple of weeks, most likely. Might spend Christmas up there. A couple of weeks. Tikki wailed, her shoulders sagging. That sounded like for... Oh, sorry, someone's texting me. That sounded like forever. Already? Her night. Fuck. Sorry. Ugh. Hi, welcome in. Already her nighttime trip to the palace seemed like a fear-fetching dream. Mr. Potts gave her a sharp look. Oh, for the love of Pete, what difference does it make to you when the royals come and go? Tikki forced a laugh. Oh, I was just hoping to catch sight of the queen in one of her grand carriages, you know, she said. See the pretty trimmings and all. She fidgeted on her stool and stared out the paned windows that faced the station. How could she collect the reward if the royals weren't even in residence? Tikki heaved a sigh. For some reason, she was having a hard time just being Tikki again. Dirty clothes and light fingering food wasn't enough anymore. Sorry, I could hear the neighbors. She had allowed herself to dream of something beyond pickpocketing the rich folk. Going through Charing Cross, she wanted something more for herself as well as for Clara, Seamus, and the others. Restless, she hopped down from her stool. Go get my book. Mr. Potts said in a gruff voice. And remember the rules. Return one before you take another. I won't forget, Mr. Potts. Tikki said. I'll bring it back later. Fuck. She exited the store and walked down... What? She exited the store and walked down the thoroughfare of the railway station. Not in a hurry to go anywhere. With the royals gone, it would take that much longer to collect the reward and bring Clara home. Home to some place other than an abandoned shop alongside the railway station. My God. Ow. That hurt. Sorry. Yeah, my whole channel is storytelling, and I love doing this book because I get to interact with you guys while I'm reading it. Okay, where was I? Hang on, I have to find my spot. Oh. Tikki glanced up at the big clock in the center of the station, 1:30. Oh. If this is referring to the clock that I think it's referring to, I might know where they are. Hang on, you guys keep slipping. Okay. With a pang, she thought of Clara. She and Fiona had gone up to the hospital yesterday and visited. The little girl looked so much better. She had color in her cheeks and had hardly coughed at all. While they were there, Tikki smiled. Clara was going to get well, she was sure of it. Spotting an empty bench, Tikki ambled over and sat down. She pulled a coin from her pocket and shuffled her fingers, letting the silver dance across her clean knuckles. Since the ball, she had started washing her hands and face every day. She'd even eyed some soap at the market and was thinking about washing her clothes. Yesterday, Mr. Potts had glanced at her, then looked again real quick, as if he'd caught some stranger dressed in her clothes. Sorry. There you guys go again, falling. Oh my God. I need a stand for you guys. Huh. Was all he said. But at least he'd noticed, Tikki thought. With a flick of her wrist, she made the coin disappear, hardly conscious of what she was doing. She needed to figure out her plan and claim the reward for the ring. What rotten luck that Leo and the royal family had left for Scotland. For just a moment, she let herself wonder what she would think of Leo if she came for money and moved in his circles. He would still be spoiled and royal, she decided. My God. Sorry, I haven't done this much talking since my throat got better. My throat's yelling at me right now. Better be careful who you show that trick to, or people will think you're a thief. Tikki jumped up, a smooth voice in her ear. And turned to find Riker leaning over the back of the bench. His long dark hair flopped over his forehead, shadowing his eyes, His lips curved in a mocking grin. Riker, Tikki said with dismay. What are you doing here? Tikki. One corner of his mouth lifted. Hang on, I just got a notification. But it wasn't an email, so I think we're still good. Fuck. You don't sound happy to see me. You're not still mad about that little chat we had, are you? His eyes traced her face with a new sort of intensity, and Tikki wasn't sure he'd noticed. She'd bathed too, but instead of feeling pleased, she was embarrassed. What do you want? She wished he would go away. We can't keep having the same conversation over and over. Where have you been? He asked. I haven't seen you for a few days. I thought maybe you'd started picking pockets at another part of town. What does it matter to you? She crossed her arms tightly over her chest. I thought King's Cross was your turf. Why are you always down here? Because I think you have the answer I seek, my little Tikki, Riker said. That's why. Fuck. She turned... Sorry. Give me a second. Okay, we're back. Sorry. I had to use my inhaler. Anyway. She turned her head away, trying to ignore the tugging inside at the way he spoke to her. His words had unexpectedly brought back memories of her father calling her my little Tikki, the nickname he had bestowed on her as a child. She felt weak with longing for something that couldn't be. Sorry, you guys slipped again. Okay. I don't have the ring, Tikki snapped. Might as well get right to it. For a second, she wondered what it would be like when Riker wasn't hunting her down anymore, trying to get information about the ring. Would she be happy when he was gone? Maybe not, but I have a feeling that you know where it is. Riker didn't move. I'm afraid for you, Tikki. His voice was low and serious. Tikki's eyes dropped to the dark stain coloring the sleeve of his jacket. What's that? Tikki pointed. Riker followed her gaze and stepped back abruptly. Tikki grabbed his wrist. You're bleeding. The blood on her fingers felt warm and sticky. She pulled at his sleeve. He resisted, but she refused to release him. Fucking hell. Sorry. She worked his sleeve up far enough to see a long gash stretched across his forearm. Sorry. The wound was raw and blood dripped freely from the cut. She looked at Riker aghast. What happened?
Who did this to you? She twisted his wrist to examine the cut. That needs to be cleaned and bandaged. You stay here, I'll be right back. Tikki raced through the station, back to the clockmaker's shop. She slipped in through the sliding piece of wood and wiped her hands on an old cloth before she rummaged through their blankets, anything for which she could tear several strips of relatively clean cloth. Tikki went to the back wall and opened the cupboard. It wasn't often that one of them got injured, but every once in a while a nail would scratch somebody or a piece of glass would slice a finger. She grabbed a small bag of chamomile she'd nicked from a stall over in Covenant Garden. These are like good names for towns and stuff. She read a book from Mr. Potts' shop once that had said, what? A poultice made from chamomile, wrapped in a damp cloth, would take the red out of a cut. She shoved the cloth and herbs in her pocket and hurried out into the station. As she approached the bench, Tikki slowed to a walk. Riker was no longer there. She stopped and swiveled her head from side to side, looking for his tall silhouette and wild dark hair. But he was gone. How stupid can I be running off to help him, as if we were friends or something? Tikki shook her head. What a laugh he must be having right now. I have a feeling that he is just hiding a very, very deep secret that he does not want her to know, and that's why he keeps running off. Tikki whipped around. Riker, stop doing that. Why can't you just walk up like a regular bloke instead of scaring the daylights out of me all the time? Oh, never mind, he's back. Who wants to be regular? He laughed. Where did you go? Tikki was suddenly uncomfortable. Was this a trick to find out where she lived? Right. Riker shrugged. Just for a walk. I don't like to stay in one place for long. Well, come over here and sit down so I can put something on that cut. Fuck. She pulled him over to the bench. Pull your sleeve up. She winced as she looked at the raw wound on his arm. From inside her pocket, Tikki pulled out several strips of cloth. Don't move. She gave him a warning look before hurrying to a nearby water fountain and dipped the cloth into the water. Returned to the bench. Now tell me what happened. She leaned down to examine the raw edges of the wound, grimacing at the depth of the cut. It looked as if a claw had ripped through his skin. Ow, that hurt. They want the ring, Tikki. They think I know where it is. He shrugged, but his eyes were serious. It was more of a warning than anything, I think. Tikki dabbed the wet cloth on the cut, trying to clean the pus and dried blood away. What do you mean a warning? The Fae, Tikki. Riker's voice was low. They know the ring has been moved. They know the royals don't know where it is. This is their golden opportunity to destroy the truce. But why would they hurt you? The Unseelie. What the fuck? The Unseelies. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Think I know something. I tried to walk away from one of them and she stopped me. She? Tikki asked, horrified. What she got, claws? They can have or be whatever they want. They're shapeshifters. They wear glamours to look human. When they're angry, fairies are vicious. They can rip you to shreds with their hands or their teeth. Teeth? T shuddered. They didn't sound like fairies. They sounded like monsters. She thinks I know where it is. Oh my god. Sorry, my voice is not voicing right now. Riker flinched as Tikki pressed down too hard on the cut. Oh my god. She's frustrated that I won't tell her anything, so she sent me a message. He hesitated and Tikki looked up. It would seem that my life lies in your hands, he said the words lightly, but the intensity of his gaze was like a weight on her shoulders. If you know where the ring is, Riker said softly, you need to tell me. Oh my god. That hurt, but hopefully that helps. And still don't email, so we're still good. Hang on, there's a cat at my door. I just saw a paw. Come on, Sofa. Get your ass in here. Come on, baby kitty. Your brother's not in here, so I don't know why you want in here. He's not out there, but there you go. Sorry, one of the kittens came in and she's like obsessed with her brother. And he's not in here right now, so she's just gonna sit there until he comes to the door. Okay. Tikki balanced the polities on his arm, then pulled another long strip of cloth from her pocket and wrapped it around Riker's arm. Once the cut was covered, she tied the ends in a neat knot. Oh my god, my voice is not voicing again. Hi. Fuck. That hurt. Try to keep that on for a few days. Just give it enough time to heal a bit before it scabs over. Before it scabs over. I'm sorry. Thank you. One of my favorites is actually that one because it's from one of my favorite horror movies. Well, it's classified as horror, but it's not scary at all. Still a really good movie, though. I recommend it to, like, everyone. If you're not a horror fan, you will not like it. Because it's not horror, but for those who don't watch horror, it's horror. Off topic, but my all-time favorite, I have two, but my all-time favorite horror movie is Lights Out and then Shriek. Love them. They're so well done. Anyway, back to the story. She rubbed her hands over her trousers. Riker twisted his arm. Riker twisted his wrist and moved his arm up and down. Feels better already, thank you, Tikki. Embarrassed, Tikki. Hang on. Ow. Okay, hopefully that helps. Embarrassed, Tikki looked away. Riker was making her feel guilty. If that was possible, her eyes scanned the crowd in a large open area of the station. Sofa, what are you doing, girl? Don't do that. Don't stare at something that's not there. I hate when animals do that. I absolutely despise it. Especially like in the middle of the night, they're just staring. It's fucking creepy. Anyway, where was I? Her eyes scanned the crowd in the large open area of the station. Was Riker really in danger because of her? Her eyes stopped and backtracked. There, standing in the doorway, not far from where she sat, was a face she recognized. Marcus. Oh, fuck. He's back. Hang on. Someone's, like, texting me right now. They always text me when I'm busy. He didn't try and hide from her. Instead, he nodded at her in acknowledgement. His lips twisted in a grin that was somehow threatening. Tikki jerked her head. Fuck. Tikki jerked her head away, her heart beating a rapid tattoo in her chest. What? Wait, what? That's literally... That's what it says. What does that mean? How long had he been watching them? She thought of what Riker had told her. Was Marcus interested in her because of the ring? Tikki glanced over her shoulder, an eerie sense of being hunted, making the hair on the back of her neck stand up, but Marcus was gone. And that is the end of chapter 15. And we got through it without a single email from YouTube. So I really, really hope that that problem that happened yesterday is no longer a problem. I hope it's permanently fixed and it won't happen again. Because eventually, if I keep getting those emails, I will get a strike. I'm not doing anything. It just thinks that I'm younger than I am. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow with a chapter 16. I will also try and put out a video of one of the chapters for Storytime Saturday, along with the rest of Wolf Girl Volume 3. A lot of you have loved Wolf Girl in this series. And the fact that a lot of you like Wolf Girl just makes my heart so happy, because I've had that story since I was in middle school. I'm still writing it, though. Yes, I do. But that is not the problem that I'm having with YouTube right now. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, my beautiful raindrops. Stay spooky, stay weird, stay dreamy.